I've got to step my game up. I go get my hair trimmed. Didn't take long, but I did get my hair cut to try to step my game up with you.
It worked.
Nobody noticed. Nobody noticed. I didn't get a second look from anybody. Not from you or you, but no. Drive Safe Dave comes in with a shirt that's not wrinkled, and everybody notices.
Which is rare. It doesn't have the hanger pull-ups. So I looked in the closet today, and I have an issue. There are a lot of clothes in there because there are a lot of clothes in there with the hanger hold.
Oh yeah, yes sir. I get it. Hey, congrats everybody. Real quick though, nothing more important than our streaks that are going on for this year. 32 days. I could probably put my glasses on. And 13 days of getting out and look. Again, the intentionality behind what you are doing. Hey, it does matter, and we want to thank you for what you're doing. We've gone 2021 without an accident, and as we go 13, 14, as we get 19 days, as we continue to go, it becomes a bigger and bigger deal. It becomes real. It becomes, holy cow, we can do this. And I'm saying, Drive Safe Dave, I know this show's about safety, and I'm saying you can go a year without doing it. You can do it. It can be done. By us, by this company, by BCB, by you, the drivers out there making it happen. You're the ones that can do this. We're behind you. We're here to support you. We're here to try to give you that support to make you successful and help you be more successful. We have some new drivers in orientation day. Hey, if you're watching, if you're listening, hey, welcome to BCB Transport. It's important that you know that when you're coming to this company, that what you do on day one, it matters, man. It matters what you do and how you do it. The professionalism you show the world. It matters. What you've done in the past, it doesn't necessarily matter. You have a chance today to be a different person than you've ever been in your life, and that's what I like here. At BCB, it's for real.
We have I do know that DJ is actually going out. He was listening to the show last week on the weekend, and I went to him and I said, "Hey DJ, we're gonna do a few things different in orientation and going out and pre-tripping and stuff." He looked at me and he goes, "I listened to the show." He said, "I got this." He said, "I'm going out there right now. We're going to go over it. We're going to do some things different." He said, "You don't think I listened to the show?"
So DJ getting his direction from the show. Hey, DJ, you know what? We have a lot of big plans for you too. Then if you're going to listen to the show and do that, you know what? I like that.
He goes,
breakfast in the morning every morning. Hey, we want that maintenance department to have breakfast in here for us every day. That's our new thing as well.
Whoa, slow down. I'm on a fast until 10 o'clock. I can't. All
right, so So I asked you a question the other day about how that diet was going, and I heard you told me you haven't cheated, haven't done anything. Okay, cocktail here. No, hold on. I have some fact checkers out there that stated that Drive Safe Dave had some tortillas on Sunday. Maybe a chip or two on Sunday.
He did have it. He did have a chip, not a chip. He didn't have. Oh, wait a minute. He did have it.
Hold on a second. You were like, "Oh no, I've done good, Sir Rick."
I take it back. Time out. I take it back. I did have a tortilla, just to be kind. Okay, so I didn't want to be rude. I did it out of somebody else's. I was at somebody else's house, and they put it on a plate in front of me. And I don't know where you're from, but usually when I'm from a place like that, I usually am not rude. I usually eat what's put on in front of me in a plate. Do you do that when you go to somebody's house and they serve you your food? Do you eat that?
I don't have a microphone. Don't ask me.
Oh, do you do that normally? Do you go ahead and eat what you're served?
So what about a restaurant? They just brought it out.
No.
They brought it out. They brought out that fried tortilla. They brought out the chips.
After I ordered it, that's different.
What was I going to do? Say no?
They don't, yeah.
Yes, sir. You can say, "Hey, drive safe."
Yes, sir.
Sometimes no means no.
No, I get it.
All right. I want to make sure you know that. Hey, what's going on in the world right now? You're our news reporter, and you know what? We're excited. We're happy. Certainly, you can bring us down, right? You're the doom and gloom guy. What you got for us to kind of hurt our hearts?
I wasn't trying to hurt your hearts, and I do know that they voted yesterday to impeach the president.
Number two.
Hey, he's got a record. He's got a record. He's they voted again. So
and what's he got? Like a week?
I don't know.
Was there a week left?
Yeah.
It was the 15th.
Yeah. He's only got a few days left. I don't know. Somebody's making a point.
No, I think there's a point. And you know what? You even had some of the other side, some of his own folks.
Cross the aisle.
Yes.
They crossed the aisle.
But, it was a day. Certainly we can make it with a day with whatever. But you're right. The first time ever we've seen a president get impeached twice. In one term.
Yeah. In one term.
I can see it in 2 terms.
I don't think anybody's done it twice. But yeah, definitely in the same term within a year, right? I mean, basically all within a year. So it's a point. They're trying to make a point. They're making a substantial point. That's it. And then also I did see, I don't know. So I went to go get a duck stamp at Academy. I went over to Academy.
A little hunting action, are you?
Yeah, I went to go get a federal duck stamp, and I just walked back there to the ammo because it's been really scarce lately. It is a vacant area back there with the ammo. And I talked to the guy. I went up and said, "Hey, look, I understand that you're out." And I said, "What is it normally like? When do y'all normally get a shipment?" He goes, "Let me tell you something. It comes in on Mondays and Thursdays. We're not exactly sure what we're getting in, but there's a line at the door, and it's all gone by 10 a.m." And he said, "There's a line at the door every Monday and Thursday." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" He's like, "Yeah, it is something he's never seen before."
So I've got some pictures, and I should have sent that up to Dylan here, but I have pictures from some other guys that were going hunting with you this weekend. Empty shelves everywhere.
Yeah.
All over the place. Just nothing to be found.
Nothing.
But some of that is, and I know the producer did some work for us, 5,000 additional gun owners. Is that right? 5 million. I'm sorry. 5 million additional gun owners this year.
New gun owners.
New. Brand new. First time.
First time buyer. Yeah.
How many of those are women?
40%.
40% of those women.
Wow. That's
yeah,
incredible.
I mean, that makes it harder too for, if you're single out there to go on that first date. If 40% of the women now own guns or what's going on, that's a little scary too. It's but a lot of ammunition gone off the thing. A couple things too. We can say it's the new gun owner. A lot of that 5 million. It's a lot of people. Yeah. Obviously, we have COVID. We have production issues as well. And then you have the conspiracy theorists.
I think that right there is a conspiracy theorist out there. I even heard, let me just tell you, I have a relative that believes the civil revolution, the new revolution is coming, and
this is probably your best friend, right?
No.
This is somebody you guys probably agree with. No, is this your friend?
No, it's not a friend. Anyway, believes it to be the case, and he has filled up an entire gun safe full of ammo, and I'm just like, seriously. So, but yeah, and I believe it's going to be scarce for a while. I mean, that's what he was saying. He doesn't see it changing. He said that the lines are longer every day. He said it's not. He said at first it was like 10 or 15, and he said now it stretches all the way around the building.
Do you have a concealed license?
No, I do not.
Nor do I. I don't. So if you're thinking about who to rob or who to break into, hey, Sir Rick, I'm one. No guns at my house.
Yeah,
my wife does have in her drawer like a fake gun.
Okay, what's that going to do?
I told her the same. What are you going to do? Don't make me use this. What are you going to do?
Can't see with the fact anyway.
Yeah. Are they going to see it and run away, or do they probably have one as well? But no, she's got a fake gun that doesn't even make a noise. It's just there. It's heavy
with a little orange thing on the end. Identified as a fake gun.
I guess you should at least have like a laser on it, right?
Yeah. That would make it.
That would make something.
That would definitely, even just by the laser thing. That would make a difference.
Probably not as well though if you see your hand moving like that. I don't know, but hey, it's some additional news. Let's hit back a little bit of transportation for a second. It is Thankful Thursday though. Before we get to that. Thankful Thursday, we have our interview today with Jim Jones.
We do.
So we have an interview with Jim Jones. Not just Jim Jones, it is Driver of the Month Jim Jones.
That is correct.
So big deal, hey, great job, Jim, out there. But hey, it is Thankful Thursday, and it's ours. This is our time to say thank you to you for what you do. It's a lot of work that you've done this whole year, that you do every day, you do every week. We see it on the videos. We see it all. And we want to say thank you for all that you do. It's tough. It is tough. And you're doing it many times with, without seeing your family as much as you would want to. All the sacrifices you're making, it matters to us. And I just want to say thank you for what you're doing. Hey, we want you to be the very, very best. We've got a long way to go this year. We're going to make it happen. We're thankful for you. And before we keep going, I guess on that, can I go ahead and just say it with the prayer for the day?
Absolutely.
All right. Our dear Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for all that you've done for this company. Man, we are so lucky to have our drivers out here on the road today. We're so thankful for each and every one of them. Lord, just want to lift every one of them up today to you, to look after them, to give them that comfort that they're searching for, that comfort that they need, to clear their minds, Lord, to be with them as they have family that's sick. They have family that they're not seeing. They have kids that are going to school that may have struggles as well, that mom and dad just can't be there the way they want to be there. Lord, we ask you to be with them, be with that family, be with those kids, and put some peace in their life. Lord, we're so thankful to have you. We're so grateful for what you've done for this company. Man, we ask for more and we ask for more, and we know that that's what you want. But with that also comes great responsibility, Lord. And for that, we ask that you give us that ability to live up to the responsibility that we need to do, that we need to show, the ability to love one another, the ability to forgive one another, the ability to be great stewards of all that you've given us. And that includes the ability to be safe. Lord, the ability to manage this company, the ability to go out and get that extra sale. Lord, we ask you to be with us in all of that, and that we do it for you, and that we always give back to you. Thank you for your son. It's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
What accountability does our drivers or any driver have on the drug clearinghouse?
They have to call in and register, which we got them all done. We have 2 on exemptions, and the one is he has an appointment to get his CDL done, so that's all done. The clearinghouse gave him an exemption. The other one, that they have some issues, but the driver has that taken care of. We emailed the CDL, his new CDL, to him yesterday, so we're waiting for clearance on that, and that should be all done. But they all do have exemptions, paperwork from the clearinghouse.
Gotcha. But every driver across America has accountability to themselves, right?
Every year.
To get registered.
Yes.
Every single year.
Yep.
Gotcha. Well, good to know. Hey, if you're out there and you're wondering, you've got it done. You're good. So good job to you and to our recruiting team in there. Great job to everybody on the processing team on getting that done. Hey, buckle up. It is Thankful Thursday. We're at 32 days, 13 days of getting out and look. Yes. Man, what a great start to the year. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better start.
Nope.
There is no.
I mean, there you go.
No accidents.
So we're doing as well as we could have done.
Yeah, absolutely.
So great job to you leading this team and obviously to you, our drivers out there, and to our driver managers as we begin to really get more involved in safety this year than we ever have before as well. We've never been involved in safety as a company if you go a year ago, we're much better today inside supporting our drivers than say a year ago.
Absolutely. And our drivers have shared stories where our DMs do the right thing, in weird situations, so to speak. And I was listening earlier and you said something really good.
I normally do buckle up. I want to make. Hold on.
Wow.
Hold on a second.
Wow.
Come on.
Wow.
No, but it is. We can go a year.
No.
I mean, if we can do 30 days, right?
Yes, sir.
We just have to times that by another 11, and we have a year, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, if it can be done 1 month, it can be done every month.
All we have to do, if we break it down to this, all we have to do is do what we did yesterday.
That's right.
That's it. Do the same thing today.
Or better.
Yeah, be better, right? Yeah. Make better decisions. I know we learn, and we'll always learn from these videos, but man, if each one of us, and this is why we can say this, is that, man, there's not one driver out there that's going to say, I'm going to have an accident this year. They all think we're not going to. So if each of you do your part, and this is the accountability part on ourselves. We must be accountable for ourselves. If you do your part, hey, guess what? We're going to go a year without an accident. If everybody does their part.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I can probably pretty much guarantee a pretty good celebration.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
I hate to do that, but I think if we go a year, when we go a year, that should be just amazing. And it can be done. You're absolutely right, Sir Rick. And again, we're going to see some videos today where today of all days, it just kind of magnifies with what I've seen, but the curve's too fast. We have some wind issues today that are really dangerous, so we'll get to that. This week we have been talking about things to check regularly on our every day, and even more, and a lot of these you need to check more than once a day. And Drive Safe Dave came up with them, and they're really good because they are things that should get checked every more than once a day. And today we added the jaws. And Drive Safe, do you want to kind of go into the jaws thing maybe a little bit? Everybody's got different terminology. What are the jaws? Jesse Swain, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, take that mask off or get close to the mic. We can't understand what you're saying.
Okay. Well, you don't like the Cardinals? Sir Rick does.
No. All right. No, we don't.
Is that better, Jesse?
You're good.
Okay. All righty. Drive Safe on the jaws. What is the jaws?
All right. So when the fifth wheel is connected to the tractor, when you connect to the trailer, the fifth wheel plate locks into the kingpin of the trailer, and a set of jaws reaches around and grabs that and locks it into place. And the only way to release that is with the release pin. But what you should do and what you can do is when you lock in and you tug, you can go in and with a flashlight, you don't have to crawl all the way under. You just have to look and kind of lean in and look and make sure that the jaws are locked in place. It's kind of old school. We do that a lot. That's why one of the main reasons you can carry a flashlight when you do your pre-trip. To that, isolate and identify and look for, and metal shavings really show up with a flashlight when they hit on there, and you can check your jaws, make sure they're secured, they're locked, and that the trailer is secured to the tractor. I mean, it is really important. It is old school stuff, but it is part of the routine that you should have as you look at your trailer.
Thank you, Drive Safe. Yeah, and every time you hook up, right?
Every time.
Every time, check it. And we had a couple issues in the last couple months, so I think it was really good to have that in there. I didn't know it. I thought it was the fifth wheel, but I just wanted you to clarify on the jaws for people like me that don't. Really
It's a connection mechanism. They call them jaws. They reach around, and they grab that kingpin, and they lock it into place. And you just want to. You typically see it with a flashlight really quickly. It's not hard to do, and it really makes sure it's that one identifying point to make sure that your trailer is secured to the trailer. Tractor.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir. And again, but we are at 32 days. One more day from Get Out and Look. Of making 2 weeks, so we are approaching that 2 week. I believe, I don't know if we ever, I got to go back and look, but I don't think we've ever made 30 yet. I think we got close one time, 29 or something like that.
I think so. I think we did almost a month. Yeah,
it was right
absolutely.
there. So we're just going to say we know once we get over that 30 day, we have a new record on Get Out and Look. But again, the year is perfect. Let's keep it. 2021 has its challenges enough. Let's make safety, it is our challenge every day, every minute, every mile. You're making decisions, so be safe out there. And let's just, like Sir Rick said, hey, yesterday was good, so let's continue to do yesterday.
We will go a year without an accident.
Yep.
We'll do it.
Absolutely, and some of the drivers can have some fun with it and say, if I ask them, when I talk to someone, what do they tell me? You're not driving the truck. And that's what Rick's talking about. And they're absolutely right. So really, when it comes down to it, we can do everything we can to help assist and to give you the best possibility. But at the end of the day, it's your decisions that make or break an accident. So it really is up to you. You are the drivers. You are, as Drive Safe say, the Class A drivers, right?
You are the Class A drivers.
That's right.
Who we got on there, producer? All right. Hey, Captain Hayes, what you got for us?
Hey, not only trailer doors, but be aware of your cab doors when you exit your truck. So if it's super windy, you can hyperextend a door, which I have done years and years and years ago. But if you hold on to that door, trying to keep it from slamming open, you can pull a shoulder out of socket or pull yourself out of the truck or whatever the case may be. But you got to watch your cab trucks too, not just your trailer.
Good point.
Absolutely.
Good point, Captain Davis, Captain Justin. Who else we got out there?
Captain Dave. He's got enough time.
We got captains. We're going captain today.
There you go.
All right. Hey, great point. Anybody else have a question? Hey, Captain Donna, what you got for us?
Sitting up here in Montana at Hardin, been waiting for these high winds to die down. They died down this morning, but the roads had black ice on them. I'm empty. So I'm just kicking back, waiting for a safe time.
Absolutely, Donna. Donna, did you get that alert yesterday?
No,
Okay. I have to check it.
no, I
Why?
haven't got any alerts.
Okay. Maybe you got to move. I don't know.
All right, back to you now, Captain Jeffrey Marsh. What you got for us? Well, they're all captains of the
captains.
ship.
I get it.
That's right.
Captain Marsh.
Yeah, I was saying on what Justin was talking about. I've done that too, and it gets real bad in Amarillo and all those areas where the winds are high. You really got to watch your doors when you open them up, because I have had the wind grab my door and knock it out of line where it was hard to shut the door and everything. They had to go realign my door and all that stuff.
Yeah, when it's windy like this, hey, great points on these doors. And we're going to encourage you that when it's windy like this, hey, make sure instead of going inside the restaurant that you go through the drive-through, right? Drive safe?
Yeah, no. Do not go through the drive-through. Do not go through the drive-through. Do not go through the drive-through. Do not go through the drive-through.
All right, my
You
bad.
laughed about that. Sonic has a drive-through up there in Enid, Oklahoma. It's
Hey,
a
guys,
truck stop with a Sonic drive-through.
There's also another one in another part of Oklahoma that I forget where it's at. It's on one of the back roads, and you actually pull up there. They got a restaurant and they got a Sonic. So what you do is you pull up like you're going to go to a fuel island, and there's a little Sonic sign right there. And then you just pull up there and hit that little button, and they'll ask you what you want. You tell them what you want and everything. And then you pull to the very end, and they'll come out. And then once your food's out, they'll come out and bring it out to you and all that stuff. And I mean, it's real neat. I mean,
I'm going to go there.
Yeah, you know what? So we have Enid. I need a picture of that. So if you're in Enid, you're going through there. Now listen, I don't need you to go out of route to go to Enid to give me a picture. I can wait until you're in route. Don't want to pay $250 for this picture. But, you know, if you're going through there, I want a picture of a tractor going through a drive-through. Yeah. I mean, like a one that is supposed to go through, all right?
Yeah, not like you're not supposed to go through. I'll say that's what is that? The exception to the rule.
Yes.
Yeah, it's absolutely the exception to the rule. But I'll call my brother-in-law lives right there in Enid. I'll have him run over and take a quick picture.
I'm gassing up and I can order my food there at the same spot.
Yeah, just be mindful, be careful, and way to go, Donna. You know, when you exit, I'll tell you a lot of the times when those doors get hyperextended, we've all done it. We the first thing we do is we open the truck door before we ever intend to climb down. You know, we just pop it open. You know, what you really want to do in these high wind environments is when you're ready to get out of the cab, open the door, hold on to it, and then back down properly, holding on to both the door and the handrail as you go down, being mindful of your situation and your surrounding. You always want to go down correctly the same way you got into the truck. You want to get out of the truck. And if you follow those procedures every single time, you're going to have an opportunity not to, you're going to make it even better for yourself not to over hyperextend the door and or let the door get away from you.
Absolutely.
All right, anybody else? Any more questions or comments? All right, sounds like we have Captain David on there. What you got for us, sir?
I have a quick question for Dave. On like the newer trucks, is there any way you can paint like the jaws of the fifth wheel white? That way, whenever you look it up under there with a flashlight, you can actually see the white jaws locked around the kingpin, and you can see the metal shavings a lot easier.
Yeah, aren't they silver? If I'm not mistaken, already. Yeah, there may be grease on them, but then they wouldn't be shiny. But they're still silver intentionally. If they get grease on them, no matter what they are, they won't show up very well. But metal shavings, usually with a flashlight, you can see them easily because they'll stand out even on grease. They'll glint at you, back at you when you hit them with a flashlight, whether it's day or night. So, and especially up underneath a trailer, you know, it's always shadowed in there. So it offers an opportunity for the shavings to glint back and let you see that there may be an issue or a problem.
All right, Mr. Swain, Captain Swain, I should say.
Yeah, my little lady's watching there, and she's saying that she really enjoys listening to y'all and this safety and everything. She's up in Wisconsin. I fixed her up on her little tablet so she's watching.
That's right. That's what I like a fan base.
Y'all don't look nothing like she had in her mind and everything. Y'all all look a lot different.
Yeah, that was one of the fears of going on this TV thing is that, man, people are going to see what we really look like, and that's not good. Hey, Miss Swain, we apologize for that.
We do apologize. Thank you, Jesse, for building up our fan base. We like that.
We're at 1.
I like that.
Yeah, we have 1 now. All right, who else we got over there, producer? We got anybody? Hey, Captain Walt, Truck Zone, or what
Work
is it?
Zone.
Work Zone Walt, Captain Walt.
Captain Work Zone.
Yeah, I'll take them all. Hey, I just wanted to tell you, Rick, as far as your wife's gun there in the cabinet, you need to put a laser sight on there, and then about 3 cats, and you don't have to worry about it. Just go ahead and point that laser at whoever breaks into the house. Cats will take care of the rest of it.
Yeah, that's probably a good point right there. So, hey, so the gun's on her side because if somebody breaks in, I'm going to run away. So it's up to her to defend the house.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, sir. All right. Anybody else out there? Anybody? No? Sounds good. Right. Man, hey, great job, Buckle Up Bob. Phenomenal discussions once again as we just improve on what we have and who we're becoming. It's phenomenal. I love it. Great job. Hey, thanks for participating. Hey, we have a fan base of 1 now. Yeah. That's kind of cool. That's because she doesn't get paid to be on this, right? All right. That's kind of cool. Babe, but as we get ready to go into the HR segment, I do want to say this. A couple of other things I got out of this was, so Drive Safe Dave, you know that when your daughter was in high school and she wasn't getting her homework done, and you remember the thing, I don't know if you ever said this, but I say it to my kids today, is like, how do you know every song yet you don't get your homework done?
Yes.
Have you? Or
I have done that.
Or how is it you can type this fast, but you can't do a paper in? I mean, they can send out 130 text message in under 30 seconds, but they can't write a through 250 word paper. All night.
So I say that because how do you quote Newton's law? Right? I mean, you quoted Newton's law a little bit. How do you quote that yet you can't do any kind of extra? How do you quote Newton's law? When's the last time you even read that? I mean, how do you even know that? Where did that? And it wasn't. That wasn't written down before somehow. And I don't even know if it was correct. Again, hey, fact checkers, if you heard what he said he could have said anything, knowing that Sir Rick's going to go with it. Easily impressed is Sir Rick.
It's in Principita. That's actually where it comes from. But I think I read it when I was 19. I don't know.
It's close, maybe. Yeah. I think I've heard it before.
Well, stuff like that cracks me up. I mean, I think about my kids. I mean, how can you know everything? How do you know that yet?
I can't do an Excel formula to save my life. But I was on the phone with Dalen, and he was telling me how to do and I was like, what? And he said equal sign backslash. And I'm like, what? What are you? What? There are some challenges. I have definitely some challenges in my life, and I know, and I apologize to every single one of you out there. You will find them as long as you get to know me even longer. You will find that there are some things that I do well, which is not many, but there are some things there are a lot of things I don't do so well because I'm not sure. So we'll get there.
Hey, a man of many talents is Drive Safe Dave. Knows more. Again, Trivia Pursuit. He's one of the guys you want on your team if you can. I got Eric, I got Dennis Wondercheck, and I think they'll take you on that. But you have a lot of useless? Is that the right word?
I don't think useless. No. It's trivial.
Trivial. There you go. Probably a better word.
That's why it's called trivia. It's trivial information.
Hey, listen, we want to make sure that each and every one of you know about our website. It's bcbtransport.com. Get to know our website. Get to use the website. When you log into that website, you can also go to the right and you'll see BCB Live. You go up there, you click that, and you're listening to our radio station. It's important for you to be involved in everything that we are. As we continue to grow, we want you to be part of our show, listening to the music, listening to the shows that we have on there, from Buckle Up Bob to HR segment, Music Man Mike, Say What. We try to put different segments on there to really get you involved into this company and to get us more involved with you. And not only you, but to others that may be listening as well. Man, we want you to get our, that BCB view on safety. Because it's different than a lot of companies that you may have worked at, that for if somebody was listening, that you are working at. We're different. We look at everything about value in life. But get to know our website. Get to know all the different things on here, the pictures that are in here, the videos, the YouTube videos from our past, from Christmas, the parades that we've done. Be involved with this. Let us know what we can do to be better involved with you as well. That's what it's about. It's a community. It's the family. It's what we do here at BCB. So get involved. Make yourself part of this thing. Get involved in the radio show. You can do that. You can listen at 10 o'clock. You can get involved by calling the line. That's 972-269-3060. Now, I struggle with numbers. I'm more of 972 boy 30 Mo. If you want to call in, 972 boy 30 Mo. The producer's here to take ideas to song request.
Yeah.
Request and dedicate. Have we had any long distance request and dedication?
We did have yesterday. We had a song request. I saw on. I think Jeffrey sent it. I think it was Jeffrey. I think you sent one in.
Captain Marsh sent one in yesterday.
Yeah, was it yesterday?
Yep.
And then So we. It was a couple days ago. Was it 2 days ago? Oh, okay.
It was. He was playing. Whitesnake, and then one song came to my head, and I thought it was by Whitesnake, but it's not. It's by Great White. It's Once Bitten, Twice Shy.
Once bitten, twice shy, baby.
Yeah, and I love that song, and so I asked him if he could play it, and he said that he couldn't get into his Amazon account or something like that, and he said as soon as he could that he would get it for me and everything.
And that's what Rick's talking about, the interactivity, the opportunity that we want to help. We want to make sure that if you're listening, we want to make sure that you're enjoying what you're listening to and that we're interacting with you, because that's what family's about. There's a time when we need to sit down at the dinner table and visit, right? We need to break bread together, and we need to communicate. We don't just need to go our own way and do our own thing. We need to work together, be together, and this gives us another format and another chance to communicate well and to open up and to get to know one another a little bit better each time.
Sir. Hey, drive safe. Do me a favor. Today is also a special day because at noon we do the show in Espanol. Hey, tell our Spanish-speaking drivers that are listening as well today, give us that in Spanish. Say, today at noon will be the Spanish show. You know what? With that attitude, you can't. Give it your best. Go.
Llama into BCB.
Oh, yes. Llámame.
Doce hora para BCB Live. In Espanol.
Yeah, so those of you that don't speak Spanish, you probably didn't understand that. He was saying, hey, at 12 o'clock noon today, we'll have the show in Espanol. So great job, Drive Safe Dave. Way to put yourself out there. Hey, listen here. If you do speak the Espanol, how about you call into the producer? Let us record you saying, hey, don't forget the Spanish show every Thursday. Be part of the show. Be part of our community. Be part of the BCB family. Hey, it is time for
HR.
You scared me, Jeff. Say
hi, Miss Christy.
Hi. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Fumbling over my Spanish, and the producer shook his head the entire time I butchered that.
That's okay.
I think the Russians stood a better chance of understanding that than the drivers from
the Russians. Wow, Rick and his communist friends.
So today, just want to remind or let everybody know, company drivers and office employees, W-2s were sent out yesterday in the mail if you selected a paper copy. If you are only electronic, they are in Paycom. So please log into Paycom, go to payroll, and towards the bottom, you'll see an option for year-end tax forms. Click on that, and then it will show your 2020 W-2. There's a part that says view, and right underneath that, there's an eyeball. You click on that, it will download it to your phone, and then you can go to that file and email it to yourself, your tax advisor, whoever you would like, but you will have instant access to that, so you do not have to wait for that to come in the mail. It is in your Paycom. Also, benefit cards will be in the mail this week, but if you have not received it and you do have a medical appointment that you're needing to go to, please contact myself or Shelly, 168 or 146, or shoot us an email at hr@bcbtransport.com, and we will be happy to get a temporary card emailed out to you so that you will have that. If you do not receive your cards in the mail by January 31st, please either let us know or you can call the BCB benefit line. Their number is 844-765-4BCB. So again, that number is 844-765-4222, and they will be able to get a replacement out to you. And please remember that those will be mailed to whatever address is in Paycom. So just make sure that you have your correct mailing address in Paycom. I know sometimes, a lot of us have a separate mailing from our physical. So it does need to be whatever that mailing address is. And a friendly reminder that today is the HR radio segment at 10 a.m. It will be Shelly, myself, and the producer today. So please tune into that if you can. You can catch that on BCB Live Radio, or you can go to Spotify tomorrow and catch the recorded version. And with that, we have one anniversary today, and it's for Mr. DJ. Happy
All
1
right.
year anniversary, DJ.
All right. What
DJ, hope you're listening to the radio today on your anniversary. Hey, happy anniversary, DJ. Well, Miss Shelley, we appreciate that. Oh,
Christy.
Hold up, Christy. Sorry. Christy, can tell us the most important thing.
The most important thing, keep wearing those masks, wash your hands, use that antibacterial, and social distance. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Christy. And, she was talking about the eyeball. And, when you click that to get what you want to see or whatever, that eyeball just, and it's on a lot of different apps now, right? The eyeball. But it just reminds me of the Cyclops on Goonies, or what was that? It's just like the big eye. It's just like sitting right there at you. It kind of freaks me out on the thing.
Goonies, true story.
Yes, it was the documentary Goonies. So anyway, yeah, kind of freaky, kind of weird, but hey, click on the eye, the Cyclops, and he'll take a look at you and give you what you need, I guess. Drive safe, Dave. Thankful Thursday. And I don't know if anybody saw the sign down there. You may not be able to see it right now. You'll see it on the later version, and producer also. So just so you know, once we get done with these videos, not including the first day, but we're going to start putting those up on the BCB website, the BCB Facebook page as well. And also, do we have another YouTube or something we're going to put them on yet? Gotcha. The BCB? Okay, gotcha. So we'll have those on there for you to go out and look on as well. They'll be available for you to look and see the videos that we've done.
Re-enjoy.
Yeah, watch it again. It's sometimes it's amazing what you'll catch a second or third time.
Yeah, absolutely. And see how bad we are. I mean, see how well we're trying to learn how to do this, and while we're trying to. And you know what? We want to hear what you have to say. We want to hear what you think and what we can do to be better. What we can do to be, getting the booster seats for these guys actually helped a lot, for the recommendation, right? It actually helped. You look very dashing, sir.
No, I appreciate that. And I will say this. So Saturday, we have our own Erin. A lot of you know Erin Cox. She did, for those of you who've been here probably a year and a half, she used to do the orientations.
Right.
She's coming in here. She's going to fix some of this stuff up. The BCB Live will be a little bit taller. We'll have the signs up there placed a little bit better. We actually have today coming in the stands for what you're seeing right now, so you can see us a little, a little bit better.
Wow, that's great.
So a lot of upgrades happening. We'll probably have some different decorations in here come Monday. Hey, so wait till Monday. Kind of look at what we're seeing, then give us some feedback. Use that BCB Live at bcbtransport.com.
Absolutely.
Use that email to talk to us. Hey, this is what, can you do this? And understand that we're working with the budget here. I mean, you've seen the building. We have, we have lights. We have a lot of stuff in here now that we're trying to make it better. But, we're not ready to, we don't have 2 or 3 cameras in here,
No.
going. It's a couple of cameras, though. The producer's got to take it, got to do a lot of work to get that ready to submit out. He's got to edit us. He's got to take away some of my wrinkles. He's got to put a little bit more hair on me. And
I'm not so washed out, right? I'm not so washed out. Are you going to be able to fix that? No, he says no. He shakes
There's only
his
so
head no.
much you can do with technology. We're not there yet. It's only 2021.
Wow.
It's only 2021. But hey, we continue to make this what we can to make it better for you. And there's going to be so many more avenues that we use this to present things to you, to communicate. Again, be safe, communicate. It's a big deal in what we're doing in 2021. Finding different ways to push information out to you, to make you more successful, to get you more knowledgeable in our industry, in your company, right? To make sure that you're doing the absolute very best you can in everything we do. Hey, drive safe. I know we have the interview today. Do we have Jim on the line?
Hey, Jim, can you make yourself green?
I can do that.
How are you doing this morning, sir?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. It was nice. I hollered at you on Tuesday, and we confirmed up the fact you were going to be on the show, man. It's really nice to talk to you. And first of all, I want to congratulate you on being Driver of the Month for last month, right? And congratulations on that. It is a big deal. It's a big deal to us, and it should be a big deal to you, and it should be a big deal to every driver out there that it is an opportunity to recognize, an opportunity for us to focus on, and an opportunity to give a little bit of congratulations of somebody doing what needs to be done out there every single day. I know that everybody does that, but it gives us a chance to focus on an individual that does an exceptional job. Right, Sir Rick?
Amen. Without a doubt.
Yeah. So congratulations on that and being Driver of the Month. I know that, you know what? I know that every driver wants to congratulate you on that and the accomplishment it is, because it is something that we want to make sure that we recognize and give you the opportunity to say. So a big thank you for that.
You're quite welcome. I mean, it's just what we do every day for the most part. I mean, it is something a little exceptional, but the fact is that's what we should be doing every day. I mean, we don't all do it and we don't always do it, but that is our goal, to go out there and be safe every day and do things right.
Yeah, I couldn't said it better myself, Jim. So this actually gives the main purpose of the interview, Jim, is for us to get to know Jim a little better, right? As a real person, not as a truck number, not as just a voice on the radio, but for us to look a little bit into who you are, what makes you tick, and also appreciate your life and what you bring to BCB and how we can celebrate you today in that manner. So with that, I always ask anybody and everybody that comes on, I always want to know, do you have a CB handle?
No, I don't even have a CB. There's too many bad words said anymore. I don't.
There are, and you know what? There are a lot of bad words on the CB. It has changed dramatically. It has now become a format for politics, and I'm telling you, it is a much different environment. But anyway, so Jim, where are you from? First of all, kind of give us an idea of where you were born, where you're from, where you're, that kind of background.
I was born in Florida, Trenton, Florida, just outside of Gainesville, where the Gators are. I grew up on a farm. We had about 3,000 acres that we farmed.
Wow. What'd you mostly farm? I don't mean to jump in, but
I understand. We mostly was corn.
Gotcha.
Watermelons and hay. We did a lot of hay because we had a lot of cows. Wow. And then we did a lot of other work for other people. I mean, we had about 15 tractors that we ran, pretty much constantly and stuff. We were pretty big farmers, in that area. It's a very small town. So what we did was pretty phenomenal. I grew up there, and that's what I did all my life. Didn't think I'd ever do anything else, to tell you the truth. And then when I left there, I finally left home at a pretty young age and finished school on my own. And then I went and started running heavy equipment. And when you're running heavy equipment, there's a lot of time when you're just sitting around talking, and as in everything. And I was talking to a guy about the military, and I said, well, you know what? I want to go shoot a bunch of people. So I joined the military. Did very well in the military. I was Post Soldier of the Year. Also got busted for smoking weed too, so I do have my down points. But I overcame that and got Post Soldier of the Year and whatever, and went on. Very successful part of my life. And I got out of that to go to seminary school. And in the process of getting prepared to go to seminary school, I started making a lot of money. And unfortunately, the money became more important to me than what the Lord had in store. And so I did not go to seminary school. And that was a downfall in my life. But again, the Lord brought me through that and I overcame that. And I went on and wound up in the restaurant business, stayed there 23 years, traveled to numerous places, just different companies. Was all the way up to regional vice president for a company out of San Antonio many years ago called Fajita Junction. Finally, in 2006, I got tired of people, to be honest with you. People would walk in and I'd say, I hate you, and I don't even know you. And I thought, this is wrong.
Says it to me every day.
Yes.
This is wrong. We can't do this. You can't live like this. And I decided I wanted to do something else. And so I went home and I got me a newspaper and I said, I'm going to find me something to do. I don't care what it is. And I went through the newspaper and transportation had the most ads in it. And I said, that sounds fun. I think I can travel across the country. And I always worked well, learned things well, doing it with my hands. And so I said, I'll check it out. And I looked at a few companies and wound up going with CFI, drove for CFI for 2 years. Had a wonderful time, went to all lower 48 and Canada in that 2 years. Of course, I never came home, so I just stayed. I'm single, so it didn't matter, I came home 4 days a year was my goal, and that's what I did. And I had a wonderful time. And then I said, I came home one time and I realized how much better Charmin was than Love's toilet paper. That's honest God's truth. That's the honest God's truth right there.
Not that.
I made my decision right there. I said, I'm not going back out there. So I started driving locally and got into the oil field and did that for a while and eventually just transformed over into the oil field and made a lot of money in the oil field. I mean, you work hard, you work a lot of hours, no doubt, but the money's good out there. And when it slowed down, I decided, my mom is getting elderly now and I have to pretty much be home and spend more time taking care of her. And I said, I need to look for something local that would pretty much ensure that I'm going to be there for her. And I applied. I looked on Indeed, I think it was, and I ran across BCB. And, and all these things happen under the supervision of the Lord. Don't get me wrong. I've been in the ministry for a number of years. And through much guidance of the Lord, I wound up at BCB. And I still say today, even though I've had a few things that have frustrated me at BCB, as we all have, I'm sure, I still say the Lord brought me here, and I'm here for a reason. So here I am at BCB. Everything worked out. I called. They said, we have over the road. And within about 2-3 minutes of us talking, I don't remember the young lady's name, but she said, you know what? Something just popped up here. It's local in Oklahoma City. And I said, Lord, I guess that's you. And so I came to work for BCB. I can't say I regret that. It's been good. And, I don't really work for BCB. BCB is the name on the company, but Amber Bradshaw and Lisa Roberts are the two young ladies in our office in Oklahoma City. I am a local driver, so I don't frustrate with the things that the over-the-road drivers have. But those two ladies have made my life enjoyable at BCB. That's who I work for. They make my life good. So my hat's off to them two ladies. They've been everything above and beyond that I would request for an employer. And now I'm at BCB, and here I am, and life is good, and God's still good. So
He is still good. I have a quick question. I know that we mentioned, and I talked to you on the phone real quick, and you have dogs. You have dogs, right?
I have 4.
Well, I didn't know you. So you have 4 dogs. What kind of dogs do you have, and what are their names?
They're all rescue dogs. They all came off the street right in front of my house. One is Trapper. He's my first one. My second one is Katie. My third one is Ruthie. And my fourth one is Buddy. Trapper's a golden retriever. Katie's a lab mix. Ruthie's a pit bull mix. And Buddy's a poodle mix, spoiled brat.
Poodle mix, spoiled brat. That sounds like
He's my little one, so he's my baby, and my mom loves him to death. He does no wrong.
I can gather. You know what? Just by the way you talk about your dogs, I gather that I don't imagine any of them do much wrong. Is that correct?
Let me tell you something. I have given up on the human race, but I will never give up on my babies.
You know, you speak the truth in knowing that full well that the love of a dog is just unwavering. It's unwavering.
What's the old story? Put your wife and your dog in the trunk for 2 hours and open the trunk and see which one's glad to see you.
Love that analogy. Love that. Hey, Jim, I also want to make sure that I know you're calling them rescue dogs. You're getting them out of the front yard. Make sure that your neighbors aren't just letting the dog out in the front yard for a second and not just going out and nabbing it. All right, just look at the phone pulse.
I've got a neighbor that their little one comes over and eats dinner over here every night. I open the gate a little bit so she can get in. I think they're setting me up.
They are setting you up. They are setting you up because they say as long as that gate's open and there's always food going to be there. That dog may be eating twice. Yeah,
that's okay. That's okay. People can help themselves. Puppy dogs can't.
Oh wow, that's great. And there's something to be said about a person that not only takes in strays, but also takes in that has a love of their animals like that. We have several drivers that love their animals beyond measure, and
hopefully the same can't be said kind of opposite on those that have animals and give them away. You know, so.
Jim, no, that's great, man. And so. Hey, so that your mom lives with you. She was, she's from Florida as well.
Yes, and she's 80 years old. She's in pretty bad shape. She has a little, I call it a go-go chair, one of them little electric chairs, and that's how she around. And my lifestyle right now, as I go to work, I try to work at least 60 hours and as many more as I can get above that, just because I need to make sure I don't want my mother to live like we grew up. I want to make sure she has everything she could even dream of needing at this point in her life. And so I work a lot, and I'm a workaholic, so there's no getting around that. That'll always be, no matter where I go, I'll always work a lot. So don't pity me for that. When I get home, I spend my time taking care of my mom. First thing I do is I drive up, I open the door, open the door on the car, open the garage, and the dogs jump in, and we go down to the church around the corner, and they run and play for about 30 minutes. Then we load them up, bring them back home, and I start, dinner and taking care of my mom. And the rest of my evening does that. And I do that. I go through that process. If I can work on Saturday, I go through that process 6 days a week. And then Sunday I go to church and, just hang out with mom mostly. So, my lifestyle right now is pretty boring. It's pretty rutted, but it's what God has given me. And I thank him for that daily, that, I am here for my mom. And so, let me say I'm 60 years old. So things that other people like, wow, that's crazy. No, it's not crazy. You're 60 years old. You ain't got nothing else to do, but my life.
Hey, Jim, it sounds like you got a lot of things to do. It sounds like you have a entourage there. I would call the dog troop your entourage, and enjoy jumping in and going for a ride up to the church to run around. That sounds like a lot of fun. And you know what? You're finding the great moments in whatever it is you do and whatever it is you have. And I envy that of you. I envy that of you. That you are happy to do the things that you're doing, and that you enjoy those things as well. And then you find that the simple things also bring you joy. I appreciate that and enjoy that for you in your life. And God bless you for that, by the way, just so you know.
Well, I appreciate that. Lord has brought me a long ways, and so I'm more thankful to the Lord than I am for anything, because he has been a major part of my life. He's brought me from alcoholism to where I am today, being in the ministry, doing the things I do for the Lord. I have a story to tell about that, so I've had my ups and downs and rough times, but God has brought me a long, long ways, and I'm thankful for that. So I am thankful for the little things. You know, we're such a microwave group of people now. We want everything right now. And the Lord has showed me how to cook in a crock pot. Just slow down. Yeah.
That's a great analogy, too. Little things. Too good. And by the way, I'm going to use those. Don't think you're copyrighted on those. That one with the wife and the dog in the trunk, I'm probably going to use that one without question. And now the crock pot analogy.
Yeah, they're greatness.
I'm not. Those are two great ones. I'm probably going to use both of those. So don't think that those are copyrighted by you by any stretch of the imagination. Real quick, I like to ask everybody when they're on the show, what is it that you like most about the show that you're on? When you listen? Bob, I like that.
I told you this the other day, and I'll be very honest. And Bob can call me later and thank me and send me a check, whatever. No, I'm kidding. Bob, on your way out. Bob has, and I've called Bob and given him insight on his show. I have done that, called and said, Bob, I think this is wrong. And Bob has improved so much on his show. When I first started listening to it, I didn't listen very much, but Bob seemed to dog the drivers quite a bit. I thought so. That was my opinion. And that's just me. But Bob has improved in that area so much. And I don't know it's because I brought it up or just because he's got closer to God and God's giving him some direction. I don't know, but his show is so much better. In fact, now I can almost say I enjoy listening to his part of the show. I do. Bob has really made so much improvement in that area. That's what I like most about BCB right now.
All right. Well, that's great to know. And
really good to know.
That is good to know. And way to go, Bob. Way to go.
Yeah.
We're going to give him the most improved badge today.
Yes, sir, please do.
And appreciate that. And one more thing. If you had an opportunity to do something better for BCB or make something or change something for BCB to make it just a little bit better for everybody else, what would that be?
I'm going to tell you that I'm shielded from a lot of the things in BCB because of, as I've mentioned, Amber Bradshaw and Lisa Roberts. I work for them, and they protect me from a lot of things, as most driver managers do. They protect the driver. They make sure the drivers are taken care of, and these two ladies take care of me, and so I'm shielded from a lot of things just through them, and they're doing the legwork, and I'm just driving the truck, so to speak. But there is a couple things I would change. One I would get them trailer numbers sorted out with some sort of consistency, which I brought that up to Rick. And he had something he said about why we didn't have it like we do. But, we even have a trailer that doesn't even have a number on it. It's written with a black magic marker. So I think I would fix that. I would, just for the sake of the driver. So when they're looking for a trailer, they would know the number. Number two things, and, again, these are just things I think. The 18 times a month to qualify for a safety bonus, to me, is a little excessive. I think I would take that down to 8. That'd be two things that I would change in BCB. Outside of that, I am not qualified after only 9 months. I'm not qualified to start making any major changes. Probably my pay I would change and just triple it or something. But
that is about the most honest and forefront answer I believe I've ever heard. You know what? I like that. You know what? 3 things. I'm writing your stuff down. 3 things. Pay, and triple my pay. I like that. That's probably my favorite. And I appreciate that. Hey, Jim, the great thing is that this is an opportunity for us to know you a little bit better. Yeah. If anybody has an opportunity when they're going through Oklahoma City, they get into the office or they get by the yard and they run in and they bump in or they see you, man, do us a favor, bump elbows, say hi, raise your hand, say, what's going on, Jim? Appreciate the show. Appreciate you. That's really what this is all about. This is us having an opportunity so that we know who's sitting across the table at the dinner table, right? So we know who that person is, and we have an opportunity to embrace them for who they are because every single one of us is important. And I just wanted to say thank you for coming on the show. Thanks for talking to us about who you are, about what things mean to you, and sharing a little bit about you. Because really, this is not just about being the driver of the month. This is really about an opportunity to celebrate Jim and let everybody know what kind of person you are and how you are a very important figure. You may have been here 9 months, but it doesn't matter to me. You're family. All right. And as long as you understand that and believe that, and I appreciate Amber and Lisa for doing and treating you and embracing you like they do and doing a great job. That just makes me feel a lot better that everything's being done for our drivers. Thank you so much, sir. And I appreciate you for being on the show.
Thank you very much. You guys have a great day and be blessed.
Hey, thank you very much. Be safe out there. Hey, great interview. Love when we get to know who our drivers are. Hey, a couple things that I thought about on this. When we announce that or whoever we're going to talk to on Thursday, hey, let's go ahead and get permission from them if we can to show their picture up on the screen so
I like that.
Our other drivers can see who that is as well, who we're talking to. We don't have to do the video, just a picture, maybe a profile picture.
Jim says no.
All right, I'm gonna stay away from this guy, but it gives us that chance to do that. Hey, Jim, we appreciate what you do. And man, his story, so much the beginning, kind of like I listened to the first part of the story, man, just kind of reminded me of my son's story going to Lubbock Christian, got busted smoking pot. He's back there again though, finishing his his ministry thing up. But phenomenal interview, phenomenal job. And as we get older, and I find that with myself, driving. So I'm 51, I think. 51.
Not sure.
Yeah, it's either. I know I'm not 50. I think it's 50. I'm just hoping it's not 52. But 51 years old. As I get older, it's crazy when you think about how much I don't want to call it knowledge, but how much more vulnerability, how much experience that older group has. And I'm starting to put myself into that because, man, I can relate different than I could 5 years ago.
Absolutely.
I've learned so much more, and I about calming down, about being a better person, and I still make stupid mistakes. Don't get me wrong. I don't know if that ever stops happening, Jim. I mean, will I ever quit making the dumbest mistakes ever? But it's that ability, I think, as well, that when we get older, man, we seem to get a little bit more wiser, right?
I hope so.
I'm not saying but we probably make better decisions than we would have, say, 10 years ago. But I think we're also more willing to talk about who we are to other people, to try to lead them. So, and I know we say it, hey, so you don't go the same path that I did, and we still go that same path.
Yeah,
right?
it's hard to.
Is it even worth talking? I mean, I know I've had people talk to me, but I still went my own path.
It's still important to throw the life preserver into the water when they're drowning. If they don't grab it, that's on them. But if you're doing the right thing and throwing it in the water for them, then I believe you did the right thing, sir.
Gotcha. Hey, everybody, I want you to remind you we'll be on at noon today for the show in Spanish. We'll be on at 14:15 again this afternoon. I want to thank all of you for being part of this show, to making yourself available. We love it. We want to be the best company we can for you. We want you to do the same thing. Hey, God bless you. At 14:15, we'll be back.
Yes,
we'll see you again tomorrow as well. Be good, be safe, and make it happen today.
All right, everybody. God bless. Godspeed. And if you get a chance to today, be a blessing upon somebody else by not only taking care of yourself, but by taking care of the person next to you each and every time. With that, drop the mic.